Hi and welcome to today's video. I'm going to be comparing these two products here. So we've got Sonax Brilliant Shine Detailer and we've also got ADBL Synthetic Spray Wax. I purchased Sonax Brilliant Shine Detailer quite a while ago and I've got a tiny bit left that I've been saving for testing. But the ADBL Spray Wax was actually very kindly sent by a fellow YouTuber, Victor from Road to Detailing, who also has a video on these products. So I'll leave a link in the description to that video and his channel, as it is really worth checking out. He makes fantastic videos. I first just very quickly wanted to show you how I prepared the panel. So I used the Garage Therapy Decon shampoo, I used Built Amber clay, I also polished the panel using a finishing polish and cleansed it using the G-Technic panel wipe. Now you definitely don't need to go to this level of preparation to apply these products. Really, you would use these products over the top of existing wax or sealants primarily. I just wanted to provide a fair comparison and this was my best way of doing it. In order to apply both products, I used each side of this microfiber block applicator. So first, starting with Sonax BSD, I sprayed it onto the applicator itself and onto the panel and then spread it. I then left it for around 30 seconds before buffing off. You can actually apply either of these products to wet panels, but I just wanted to use a dry panel here to keep things simple. Now Sonax BSD can be a little bit streaky, particularly when applying it like this if you don't dilute the product first or use a damp applicator. So it was a little bit tougher to buff off due to a few streaking issues, but nothing major. You also don't really need to let these products cure and leave them for those 30 seconds. You can just continue to work them in using a microfiber towel. But I just wanted to give them the best opportunity here at bonding to the panel before being wiped off. So onto the right hand side where we use the synthetic spray wax. I used the same process here, just the opposite side of the applicator. So when I was actually initially spreading this product, I thought I've used way too much here and I'm going to run into problems when it comes to actually buffing off the product. But I was actually really pleasantly surprised, despite looking quite streaky at this stage. There were no streaks left behind and the residue buffed off incredibly easily. So in terms of ease of application, when using the undiluted versions of both on a dry panel, I'd say that this was a less fussy product to work with. Again, you don't need to let this product cure. In fact, the instructions really just tell you to keep wiping it with your microfiber towel. But I wanted to give these products the best chance at bonding to the paintwork here again. So I wanted to show you a shot here so we could compare the finishes between the panels, and this isn't something that I can usually do as it's usually not a great difference. However, with these two products, I definitely see a difference between each side of the panel. On the right hand side, the spray wax definitely had much more of a darkening effect in comparison to Sonax. I also just really wanted to quickly look at slickness. Now I'll start off by saying that neither of these products are slick at all. I think it is a disadvantage of both of them. But I did this test using these applicators and I actually repeated it around 20 times, sort of swapping the applicators and changing sides. And there really wasn't anything between it. I think the ADBL won 11 times, but it really kind of depended whether the applicator decided to roll or slide down the panel. So I wouldn't consider slickness in your decision here. Now on to the good stuff. So this is the water behaviour and these two products just really excel in this area. To get this level of performance that I'm seeing here out of products that this easy to apply, I think is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to show you a variety of spray patterns so you can see how it responds. So these shots I actually just took 24 hours after applying them both. So here are what the beads look like, and I really couldn't tell the difference in terms of water behaviour or the bead in here. Both had very round and tall beads, which looked really good. Just a quick reminder as well, if you are enjoying the video so far, it would be brilliant if you could drop it a like. It really does help to support the channel and it's always very appreciated. So I took these photos just short of a week after applying both products, and the panel hadn't been washed at this stage. I just wanted to see, after some fine rain, what the beads actually look like. So here is what the water behaviour looks like 10 days after applying both products. In order to wash the bonnet, I used the same process every time. So I used a 1:7 mix of Phthalic Pro Citrus, which is a sort of mildly alkaline pre-wash, so kind of middle of the road in terms of effect on LSP. And I applied that using either a trigger spray or a pump sprayer and let it dwell for 3 to 5 minutes depending on the weather. Then I used Simple Wax Suds, which is a pH neutral pure shampoo, to avoid any interference with those paint protection products. And you can see here that the water behaviour did come back a little bit more after that wash. So here is what we're looking at 4 weeks, and there's not really much of a difference here in terms of the water behaviour. Both still very strong from both sides. Potentially slightly slower at this stage from the side on the right, so the synthetic spray wax. You can see this a little bit more when we're sheeting the water instead of spraying it, but still pretty strong from both sides. Now here's what it looked like after 2 months. So this is before washing, and you can see that the water behaviour is completely flat at this stage. I didn't wash it in between the 4-week wash and this wash here. And you can see after the wash at the 2-month point that the water behaviour did come back. Of course it was weaker than what it was initially after that sort of 4-week stage we last looked at. And I'd say that the Sonax BSD was still doing a bit better in terms of sheeting the water. So this car was actually being sold, and I would have carried on this test for longer if it hadn't have been. In order to provide you a little bit more information here, I did 3 rounds of Green Style all-purpose cleaner at 10%, and you can see that the water behaviour did definitely suffer. I'd say they were pretty even though at this stage, and there wasn't a massive difference between both sides. Potentially the synthetic spray wax is a little bit more chemically resistant when testing this way than Sonax BSD, which seems to be more durable in terms of sort of real week-to-week durability. Maybe the synthetic spray wax would suit someone who washed their car more often. It's hard to make those kind of assumptions without testing the product in a different way, but I hope that this has provided you a little bit more information on the durability of both of them. So it looks to me like the synthetic spray wax offers a little bit more in terms of finish and gloss, with that darkening effect. However, Sonax BSD looks to be a touch more durable, and both products aren't particularly slick. Let me know in the comments if you've tried either or both of these and which one you like the look of. I'll also leave a link on the screen to a quick detailer comparison that I've done that also features Sonax BSD. You can check out if you are new to the channel. If you have enjoyed the video, it'd be great if you could drop it a like. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.